never mind. How's it going, Spacers? And welcome back to yet another episode of the Outer Worlds. In the last episode, what did we do? We helped find the corpses of 4 deceased guests of the Grand Colonial Hotel. And afterwards, we returned to said hotel where we met with Dr. Midnight, who had this X-Acto knife tip into it. Dude. Anyways. Returned to the Grand Colonial and joined Dr. Blossom, who gave us her autopsy report, which displays that not only did the profitability not actually poison her near to death, just made her pass out, and then she left her out in the desert, which also could have gotten her killed, but the Halcyon Held survived. That was a dead end. Not only did that happen to her, she was also poisoned along with Spencer Woolrick, it seems. And finally, the killing blow was getting shot, because the poisoning really just kind of gave them food poisoning. It wasn't really bad. Right now, I'm going to talk to Concierge Halston, because I believe I need her to give me permission to go up to talk to Spencer Woolrick.
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
I need access to the VIP.
I'd love to, Inspector, but I don't really have the authority. Moreover, the guests were promised exclusivity. If I let you up there, I'll never hear the end of it.
The only person who should have a problem with me being up there would be a murderer.
That's a good point. If they give me guff, I can just tell them that they're obstructing justice.
Exactly.
That has a nice ring to it. Let me just set you up with VIP guest floor access. Done. You can now come and go as you please.
Thank you. Also, found out it's a much easier way to talk to her. Hi!
Me, oh my, how exciting to see you again. This truly has been a day to end all days. I could die happy. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Oh. No, I just wanted to say hi. I love her.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Oh. Oh. None of those are right. I see. I got this out just in case I need it. Oh, yeah.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I saw this earlier. Forgot about it. I was just like running around.
An industrial grade laxative has been added to the liquor in these bottles.
Whoever was doing this really just wanted to get them. Right, let's go speak to Mr. Spencer Woolrick. Oh, Norval. Hey, Norval.
Finally checked in, I see. I hope you're fond of the penthouse. It's pretty much the best seat in the whole hotel. You shouldn't want for any amenity you might find elsewhere. Should act as a better headquarters for the investigation than any space dust covered ship. That and you ain't got room service on a ship. You ever need anything, come find me. Even if you don't, you can still swing by. I'm always happy to chat.
Well, well. It isn't Lord Bellhop Lane Norval himself.
What? Oh, Laws, you didn't find my story, did you? Sakes alive, that's embarrassing as all hell. I guess I should have hid it better. Well, since there's no way to put the leather boa back in the skinning machine, I might as well ask. What did you think?
Pretty was readable. Never write anything ever again. It was entertaining. I really did enjoy reading it.
And my old man said I never amount to anything. Move over, board announcement writer 256. Norville's coming for your job. Now, what can I lend a hand
That's your
with?
dad. All right. Curious about you. How'd you become a bellhop?
Notice my battle-hardened physique, have you? Used to be in a mighty mean line of work. Been shot at 35 times. That is, I've been near people who were shot at 35 times. But to be honest, I never really enjoyed it, you know? It's one thing to tightrope walk between life and death every day, but for just a handful of bits? Nah. When this position came up, I jumped on it and made a lateral move from sublight to slug. I ain't ever looked back.
Well, that slug and sublight didn't engage much. How'd you move from one to the other?
Well, slug is something like an offshoot of sublight. It ain't too difficult to pivot from one part of the same company to another. Disconnects or no. That said, my departure may have been somewhat hasty.
Someone bad happened? You had to make tracks, huh?
I mean, yes, but I still earned sublight a hell of a lot of bits. Basically, I singled out a ship to salvage that I thought had been out for use for years. As it turns out, it belonged to a wealthy Byzantine who used it only to vacation. As it so happened, I still don't think she tried to use it, too satisfied with the luxuries of Byzantium. Still, I figured it was a good time to turn tail, in case that ever changed.
See. They sent them on a job that may not have been as legal as they thought it would be. Got any good stories? You've seen a lot of people coming and going.
Stories? Huh. Actually, I think I got a couple now that you mention it. Had a basket case visit from Fallbrook once. Almost took a swing at me when I tried to take his bag. Turned out to be full of live sprats. We charged him extra.
Have I met that man? I did meet that man. I do know him. How different was Slug from working with Sublight?
Well, Slug is more trustworthy for one thing, where Sublight is all about back alleys and backstabbing. Slug can be trusted not to salvage your ship when you turn your head.
See. Oh, back to some other question. Did you know the victim?
Oh, of course. That is, maybe not on a personal level, but I'm one of her biggest fans. Even started an association of like-minded individuals. I'd lament not having anything to meet about anymore, but the newer tribe just ain't done it for us. Still, there goes my hopes of a Terran Monarch reunion episode.
There are other celebrities, right?
Sorry, friend, but I guess you don't get it. Helen was special, had a certain quality about her, like she would really go out and fight injustice. You look at Woolrich, and no disrespect to the man, but you just don't get the same feeling. He reminds me more of a vacuum suit without nobody in it. Don't tell him I said that.
From what I've heard, your affection for Helen was somewhat extreme.
I suppose you could call it that, but that don't mean I poked around her room or nothing while she was out. That'd be a huge breach of hotel policy. Besides, knowing Helen's athletic acumen, anyone who tried probably would have been found, beaten senseless, then hurled into the hallway, followed by the contents of a garbage bin. Probably, that is, it'd probably happen, but it didn't. I'm just theorizing.
Never said anything about getting in her room. Mind if I ask you a few questions about the crime scene?
Please do.
Do you see Helen on the day of her death?
Of course I did. I just told you I found the body. Oh, wait. You mean when she was still breathing? No, of course I didn't. Plus, it's untoward for an employee to speculate about the actions of a hotel guest. Not that I saw any hotel guests interacting with her.
I think we both know you're itching to gossip.
Honestly, you're more than a little right. I've been burning at the britches to share my theories. Day of her death, I saw Helen leave the hotel premises with the profit of profitability, and didn't see her come back. A little on the suspicious side, I think. Seemed especially strange, seeing how, as far as I was aware, the two didn't get on.
The deal with the profit of profitability, or why didn't... Well, let's just ask what he thinks about why they didn't get along.
Far as I can recall, Helen dismissed the ladies' seminars in some kind of interview. Said her co-star used them, but she didn't. The top rungers are always ready to read between the lines of famous folks and seem to think the profit was on her way out. Woman lost a ton of bits and is set to lose more.
I don't know. Back to my other questions.
Hope all that helped. I'd like to be as useful as I can in the investigation. I just didn't want to steer anyone the wrong way.
Want to give me details about how you came across the body?
Sure, I'd taken to checking the barroom every few hours prior to the unveiling. Just to make sure no sprats had snuck into the place. You understand. Found her right before I was set to head back to my room in the lower levels for my mandated 5-hour sleep period. Tell ya, thank the law for caffeinoid. Been too upset to get a wink of sleep since. And hey, now I can finally see smells.
Mandatory 5 hours of sleep. Mandatory. I wonder if they probably get like optional sleep after that, but that's really nice. They're like, no, you have to sleep. You have to sleep. I like Underground. I like Slug. I just saw that first dialogue option. Oh my god. Did you kill Helen? You tell me if you did, it'll be our little secret. I'm gonna ask it. It did sound very genuine when he said, "Yeah, I was just checking the ballroom." It's that was very much like this is very good acting. I can get a lot of emotion out of the way these people are speaking. And yeah, the way he said that, he's like, "Yeah, I don't know, I was just checking it out. Yeah, I was just checking it out." Like more genuine than that, but he said it very genuine. Yeah, I was just checking. Get rats. Anyways, did you kill Helen? Did you tell me if you did? It'll be our little secret. You don't. Did you do it? Did you kill her?
What? No. Just because I found the corpse doesn't mean I made her a corpse. I was in shift all day. Besides, I loved Helen serials. Well, the old ones anyway. The newer episodes are hot junk on a warm day.
Motive. Any idea why Helen would have been in the ballroom after hours?
Beats all hell out of me. Maybe she was, practicing for the unveiling?
Back to my other question.
Sure. What's on your mind?
Got any idea who might have wanted to do Helen in?
Everyone's got theories. I don't reckon mine hold much more weight than anyone else's.
Right then. Let's go.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double.
The VIP.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
Oh no! One of my triangles fell off. Look at that. a tote lid. Will never do damage to me. Oh. So here's my problem with links. Hold it like this. Maybe with, you know, it more like towards his fist. This is how he should hold. Like that. Like that. See, this is how Link's shield should be. Right? This is how I feel like it should. I mean, there were heater shields that were strapped the other way, but it was more typical, like, to hold it like, so you can punch with it. It's
Nice to
gives
take
you
a
more
breather, ain't it?
coverage when you hold it like this to your head, which is a common thing at a time. I don't know. I just think that it's high time that Nintendo changes how Link holds his shield, because I think it's a lot cooler to hold it the other way. Anyways, oh god. Right. Well, got slug guards here. Rizzo's Rangers.
Bertie Holcomb's the greatest hacker in the league.
Ulrich. Oh, hello, dearies. Hold on. Since we're here, penthouse. Let's grab my boy Felix. Felix. Continue. All right. Here's someone's room. Zeke Hannigan. Boy, more tossball play. Spectrum Black. I'm assuming the implication is he's on his computer, but that maybe he's watching something. I don't know.
We're all seeing that woolly cow, right? Not just me? Okay,
What?
good.
The woolly cow.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
You don't fucking say.
Multiple discrepancies detected. First discrepancy. A woolly cow is present in this hotel room. Woolly cows are an import species for the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve and are incapable of affording upper-class accommodations. Second discrepancy. This woolly cow is dangerously inebriated with Rizzo Spectrum vodka. Alcohol sanguinization ratio exceeds recommended maximum.
This has been a party.
A brief survey of this area reveals that the most recent occupants were athletes belonging to the Rizzo's Rangers Tossball Club.
Black Bull Birdie here.
Insufficient data. A brief survey of localized property damage, divided by the area of this room, yields the following estimate. This unit was likely occupied by every member of the Rizzo's Rangers. -1.
Conversation. One person was absent. Dude. Oh, ooh, I got a new Jollicure suit. Well, I don't have any Jollicure. I don't have my Jollicure glasses, but ooh. Baby, tech skills +5. This goes in +15. I can't. So, I wish, dude. A new Jollicure suit. Oh my goodness, look at that. Love to see it. I miss Celeste. That was such a lot, my dude. Compliment. Candy. All right. Got tech kit. Improved silk tongue kit. Augmented padding from cold. Cold damage here. Spell skills. All right. Another really wrecked indicator.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Is it? Oh. Oh.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. A single footprint, size 10, tossball cleat sized.
Analyze the footprint for any residue.
The soil in this residue contains a very high concentration of oxygen.
Points to a terraformer.
Well done, Inspector. The weather monitoring station at the pilot house substitutes for a terraformer. The soil in his footprint likely came from there.
Not enough of a lead. I gotta keep looking around. A lot of tossball sticks here. Oh, no, just carbine. A lot of tossball. Signed tossball stick. Bertie Holcomb believes his signature tossball stick must actually bear his signature. Scratched into the handle and smeared with old blood stains. Speed, grip, melee power, tech. Felix. Felix. Dude, happy fucking birthday, Felix. Oh, there's more. Burnt leather.
Charred fragments of a letter lies at the bottom of this wastebasket.
Amplifier, can you identify what the letters? What's on the letter?
Unfortunately, most of the writing is beyond recovery. The words station, meeting point, and emergency are all that can be discerned.
Well, I'm stumped.
Any ideas when this happened?
Someone burned this letter shortly after Halcyon Helen's death.
The found point to the Phaeton Pilot House weather monitoring station. Alright. Terminal. Classic wear Umbra.
I usually just kick them down.
That's not good. What's this? Is this yet another Jolacure suit? Mighty Dapper. Mighty Dapper. My character knows how to dress. She knows fashion when she sees it, and it's a Jolacure. It's oil. Oh, shit, it's oil. Thank God it's oil. He doesn't care if I take this shit. Burbage! Hey!
Initiating enter protocol. now simulating familiar and welcoming demeanor. Burbage 3001 is trained to recognize all board-approved actors. Greetings, fellow star. Your performance in Maverick Johnston's latest drama was memorable.
So you've had some work done. Who upgraded you?
Burbage 3001's programming is frequently upgraded to adhere to board-certified standards. The most recent upgrade was performed by Spencer Woolrich. Banter protocol exhausted, reverting to default behavior, grieving and despair. Oh, Halcyon Helen, may your atoms be commended to the Aether.
You knew Halcyon Helen?
Burbage 3001 was designed to disrupt Halcyon Helen's monopoly over the Aetherwave serial market. This unit's programming is based on Helen's most famous roles. Burbage 3001. Anything Halcyon Helen can do, this unit can do slightly worse.
Almost sounds like you got a Does that include dying?
This unit has been programmed to simulate existential dread. Watch Burbage 3001 contemplate its mortality in the critically acclaimed drama, Waiting for Results. This unit has not yet completed its grief cycles, randomizing despair tables. Oh, Helen, is there no justice in the world?
Alright, I'm leaving. Goodbye, Burbage. It was nice talking to you. Oh my god, he's got so many hats! Oh, and they got a different plate for each outfit he wears. Oh, nice. Feeling all their stuff they need to... They're all the same. Oh, but these ones don't cover my eyes. Alright.
You make it look so easy.
Okay. Also open these. There's Fall Ply Collection, Red Fedora Banded.
Great work.
A lot of stuff here, a lot of neat things. Someone's got an interesting setup. I guess these rooms just weren't being used. Wait, was this just turned on? Mag Pigs, Classicware Express. Also by Jean Le Cure. Not a Jean Le Cure suit, but... Wait. Did I not see that just turn on? Was it... Let's just boot at the door. You are talented, you are magnificent, you are a joy for others to be around, you are delightful, not a second. Great hack. You bring life to the world around you through the art of... Hold on. Gotta read. Different gun. Great fortune to you, Spencer Wolf. Dude's gotta do a lot to make himself feel better, doesn't he? Poor guy. From Spencer Woolrick to management subject, new room urgently demanded. There seems to have been some kind of mistake. When I first arrived at the Grand Colonial for this unveiling, I was led to a small sitting room. I find that it might be allowed to relax in with moderate comfort before being led to its actual quarters. It's been a week and a half, yet no one's arrived to deliver me my actual room yet. If I didn't know better, I might assume this was meant to be my actual room. If I didn't know better, I might assume that you tried to place Spencer Woolrick, star of hundreds of serials, the hero of the Aetherwave serial, set colony-wide in a room where he can hardly walk from one end to the other without bumping his toe on the foot of the bed or shoulder of the desk. I might even assume that Ruth Bellamy was placed in the Grand Colonial Playhouse suite on purpose rather than by mistake, but I'm sure I'd soon that our positions will be swapped. I hope you won't try to tell me anything contrary. The Grand Colonial staff understand your concertation at being placed in the VIP guest level of the Grand Colonial. We're afraid that there was no mistake. Ruth Bellamy, as current spokeswoman for the Spectrum-bound unveiling, is currently slated to have the penthouse suite. Actress of her station deserves only the best. The VIP guest floor comes in very close as the second best section of the hotel. The penthouse suite is only about twice as large as your current lodgings, and the amenities provided are only perhaps 3 or 4 times better than those you have access to. Current lodgings are proper for an actor of your caliber. If you have any other requests, we'll be sure to respond to them after we get to Miss Bellamy's. We're sure you've no doubt heard from the horrible event that occurred in the Grand Colonial Hotel brawl room yesterday, or earlier today. While we know that many of you are concerned for your safety, take heed. Heard your concerns and know that nothing quite as safety like dozens of guns. Armed security will be present throughout the Grand Colonial on every floor except employee floors 24/7. Ready to go about the hotel premises and spend your heart's content without worrying about someone shooting you in the back of the head. Nice. Okay. Okay. It's just double my. Ah. To Chef Anwar. Hold on, let's read this. Inventory. I just pulled up this letter off of his fact. To Chef Anwar. How many times must I speak to you about your inept meal preparations? Not too salty, it upsets my palate. Not too sweet, it upsets my palate. No nanas, I hate them, and no tripicale, I'm allergic. To you time and time again on 35 occasions. In fact, yes, I have actually. What do I get after my lunch? Am I after lunch pre-dinner? Fried nanas on a bed of braised tripicale. I'm through bearing over your shoulder, clearly instructing you on how my meals must be prepared if you're simply going to ignore me. Instead, I shall say this. Should I come ill for any reason at all, tangentially related to your cooking, I shall make positively certain that management not only strips you of your job, but your uniform as well. Deposit your nude to be torn apart by mantisaurs. You'll rue the day you oversalted my salt tuna. Alright, well.
About time you arrived. I see you haven't dressed the way I asked you to, but I suppose that was expecting too much of a non-industry lout. Expect a complaint to management.
I'm an actress, thank you!
Like to waste more of my time, I suggest we begin rehearsing. Ready? You've fallen right into my trap, Captain. Oh, don't bother to fight back. You cannot hope to stop me from installing philosophism as the system's reigning ideology.  'Cause 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 '
Yeah, I'll be something better than philosophism. Why don't we go someplace private?
Oh, now that can't be in the script, is it? Now, whew, is it warm in here? I must send for a mechanical to look at the thermostat. Wait a moment. You're not wearing a bellhop's ID, which must mean you're not Owen's understudy. That man can't even be relied upon to find his own replacement. Oh, no, this is curious indeed. Who are you, and how did you get in here?
I walked in the door. Name's Perdita. I'm a ship captain. Name's Hawthorne. I'm a ship captain. See, they totally are just like, your character could just like be like, fuck it, my identity from before doesn't matter anymore. I'm Alex Hawthorne now. That's really cool. That's really cool. I like that. Just a marauder, no sudden movements. I'm gonna take everything not tied down. I'm here to investigate the murder of Halcyon Helen. I'd like to ask a question.
You're here to investigate me? Oh, I assure you, I'm nothing special. Just an old crook with more money than time. That was a quote from The Retiree's Revenge, in which I played an ex-thief turned decrepit old man. But, of course, I'm certain you already recognized it. Now, what shall I sign first? Your weapon? Your wallet? Or perhaps something a little more personal? Undergarment signatures have been popular of late, or so I've heard.
Bro, sign my pussy. What are you asking to sign? You can sign my weapon if you want.
I'd be delighted. Oh, damn. My pen's out of ink. I'll just get you a portrait of my face as a souvenir. I'm sure I have the prints around here somewhere. By the by, how did you get in here? The only non-staff individual cleared to enter guest rooms is supposed to be the inspector for Bellamy's murder. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi. Terribly sorry, Inspector. I didn't realize it was you. Understand that I am beyond willing to comply with your search for the fiend that did Bellamy in. You know, now that I look at you, you're the perfect reflection of me, back when I starred in the Marauders Bay.
We do have the same color eyes and the same hair color.
Justice. Ask me anything at all. I might even
And
give you
an
a straight
affinity for
answer.
purple. I'd like to ask... Break the ice. I'd like to ask you about the murder.
Certainly. But one quick question before we begin, if I may. How was it that Bellamy met her end?
Why are you so curious?
Why, I'm merely worried for my own sake. Perhaps whoever came after her could come after me next. But if you don't want to tell me, I understand. Whatever happened, I hope poor Bellamy didn't suffer.
How would you... Alright, speaking theoretically, how would you have killed the victim?
Oh, come now, Inspector. What do you take me for? I'm an old man. I neither have the time nor the willpower to kill people for fun. Besides, I have my reputation to think of.
What were you up to at the time of the murder?
I was meditating, of course. That's how I get into character.
Got anybody who can corroborate that?
Respectfully, Inspector, it is rather counterproductive to commune with others while meditating.
So you were meditating by yourself? Sure about that?
All actors have their methods, and this has been mine ever since I met that wonderful prophet of profitability. She taught me it for my role in The Unemployed Cometh. I had to lie face down on artificially heated pavement. The director wanted our suffering to be convincing. Needless to say, being able to leave my body helped to mitigate the pain, both during the 8-hour shoot and with the second-degree burns afterwards. I owe that woman much.
How long have you worked with the Prophet?
Yeah, actually, only since I've been at the Colonial. The Unemployed Cometh was shot on site. That makes it, a few weeks. I cannot recommend her services enough. If you haven't been to see her yet, you really should.
Back to my other questions.
I'll answer whatever you wish.
Know Helen well.
Bellamy has been my co-star throughout the autumn of my career. I should like to think I knew her. In fact, I cannot name a single role in the last 10 years that did not involve her in some way, unless you count the uncredited silent shopkeep on Melissa's Meteoroids.
Must not have been too flattering always starring alongside a younger actress.
Oh, it wasn't. And don't think I haven't picked up on your tone. Resenting Bellamy is one thing, but killing her is another completely. It's also beneath me.
Back to my other question.
I suppose that is enough on that grim subject.
Tell me a bit about yourself.
I'm sure you're joking. Perhaps I'm not in my prime, but you've no doubt seen the name Spencer Woolrich on many a serial advertisement throughout your travels.
I think I've seen your name.
You think? I mean, yes, of course. You have, obviously.
Anyways, I heard you were poisoned.
Indeed. The agonizing bowel pain was most undignifying. While I've certainly had no shortage of inadequate hotel meals, this was most explicitly pronounced. I suspect poison. And who would be most likely to poison me but Chef Anwar? Oh, we've clashed almost non-stop about his slop preparation. He must have tainted my meal in retaliation.
Why didn't you go to the clinic for stomach pain?
Is that a jibe? Could you imagine the tabloid headlines? Spencer Woolrich, Aetherwave star, spotted in gastronomic distress. Oh, unseemly hardly describes the half of it.
According to the coroner, Helen was also poisoned.
How alarming! Whoever targeted her was certainly targeting me. I can only thank my ironclad constitution that I'm standing here before you.
Helen wasn't killed by the poison.
Oh, that's very good to know. Perhaps the poisoner simply meant to incapacitate us both, disrupt the product launch. I couldn't say, Inspector. I'm merely an actor.
Can you think of anyone else other than the chef who'd want to harm you?
None that I can think of. I treat all hotel staff equally, and with the minimum level of respect that they deserve.
Right. That's all I wanted to know.
Very well, then.
Right. So, heard about a few of the things you've been doing since you've gotten to this.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
About a bottle of tainted liquor might have had something to do with your poisoning.
That, yes. Yes, I distinctly recall ordering an alcoholic beverage with my meal. This hotel is certainly bringing a new meaning to the phrase rotgut. Management shall receive the complaint to end all complaints.
Burbage told me you upgraded him.
I did indeed. With Halcyon Helen parading her fame about, I was left without an acting partner. Burbage is no exception. His acting protocols were nothing short of a joke, so I decided to make some modifications, installing him with some of my old serial quotes as, I think, improved his range. The way he bungled about with that weapon of his hardly befitted a dissident, so I modified it as well. He's much quicker on the draw now, though he's still a machine.
I've got my eye on.
I'm quite used to being breathlessly watched.
Alright, goodbye, Spencer. Alright. The only person we haven't talked to on this floor would be... Oh yeah, Chef Anwar is like... This guy, right over here. Ooh, but... I think about time we end this episode. In the next episode, I will be going downstairs and talking to Chef Anwar after meeting with Zeke Hannigan. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to share this video with someone you know, and I will see you guys in the next episode of the OuterWorlds. Peace.